Hello everyone, I am Planet Mitch from GiveawayRocket.com and I do a lot of upViral consulting. Something happened this past week that just has me really excited, and I want to share that message with you and show you exactly what the change is that they have made to upViral and why it is something that is very awesome and very cool for you to potentially get excited about. The caveat is that this is not something for the everyday user who is just used to potentially doing just an upViral lead page and a share page and doing it all hosted within upViral. This is pretty much for the advanced user, and I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the entire process, and for those of you who are beginners or the basic user of upViral that uses hosted lead pages, you may want to stick around because this could tweak some things in your mind. And I'm going to go through a basic introduction and get you to the finer points of the details of this process. And this all has to do with something called the one-click sign-up. Now, if you, this is the announcement that was made on the upViral website, because right now you can, and the title's a little confusing, but it's submitting tracking information into the one-click sign-up links. Now, if you look down here before, and I'm going to cover all of this in detail, but this is the before and the after, and you see in the after down here that is adding the referral ID to the one-click sign-up. And that was something that I had requested quite a while ago, and I'm really happy that it is here because this is going to be really amazing for many folks. All right, so what is a one-click sign-up and why is this important? What I have done is created a couple of diagrams for you to kind of understand the process. This is the very basic hosted upViral lead page concept. Over here on the left side is the giveaway lead page, and what you do is you send in traffic from all kinds of different sources into the lead page, which gets, when the user opts in, they get sent over to the share page. The share page has the call to action of the share buttons, and so hopefully the user submits those social sharing options, and then the link that is shared in each one of those is a unique link for that particular user, which comes back to the lead page. Once the user, depending upon how you have the campaign set up, once the user reaches certain levels, then they could receive a valuable gift. Now, the important thing in this process for our discussion today is the fact that that unique URL tags the originator, tags the person who sent somebody. So if Joe signs up and comes over on the share page and shares on social media, when Joe's friend Betty Lou signs up, we want to make sure that Betty Lou, not Betty Lou, but Joe gets credit for Betty Lou signing up, because we're going to either give Joe extra entries or step him on his way to getting this, valuable gift. That's the very basic upViral flow. And what happens is that there is also this process where you could potentially do the one-click sign-up. And the one-click sign-up is a feature inside of upViral that kind of bypasses the beginning of the process. So I've added the one-click sign-up down here on the far right. And basically the way that is set up is that it's a feature for sending an autoresponder email. So in your autoresponder, you would create a link, something like this. And I used an example of a custom URL, a custom domain that I had done before. and it's not all showing up. It kind of got cut off. Huh. But on the end is, the important part here is the upViral email. So you would take this link and put it in your autoresponder, and as the emails go out to everybody, then their unique link, when they see the email, they will have their own email address in there, and it says upViral name here on the end. So it could potentially have their first name or last name or whatever you are collecting on the upViral form or in your autoresponder. And so when they click the link, it's a one-click sign-up. So they bypass the lead page and go straight to the share page. And then when they share, it goes through the typical loop. So if Joe signs up through the one-click sign-up via an email, then he goes straight to the share page, shares it on social media, and then Betty Lou again comes into the front end and goes through the process normally. Now, for those of you who may not have seen this before, if we go into upViral, and I'm in a campaign here called the 5K Photo Video Team. It is not listed on the left-hand side. What you have to do is go into the Promote tab, and you can see the one-click sign-up here on the left. So you would click that, and when you get into that page, what you would do would be to use this button here to copy that URL. So this is the particular URL. Now, if you are using MailChimp or GetResponse or ActiveCampaign, you would select this first and then copy that, because that unique link will be formatted for that particular autoresponder. It's a great tool to be able to put somebody into a campaign without them having to go through the lead page sign-up form. Now, sometimes you want to actually show them the sign-up form, but that's up to you. If you're describing the campaign in the email, then they jump straight into that. It's a shorter process. Now, all of that being said, is I wanted to show you that because that's what gets us into this other process. Now, so this is where it starts to potentially get a little complicated. Now, I have used a tool called Sketch Funnels here to draw this particular diagram. The other diagrams I had used a program called Funnelytics. But in this process, I had one client come to me and said, well, our front end for everything we do is a Typeform quiz. And that's supposed to say landing page, not landing. Just noticed that. The Typeform quiz is something that they get some information from their potential customers, and when they click finish the survey, then the information is sent to the company, and they process it, and somebody calls them back, and they do a sign-up process, etc., etc. And he came to me and said, well, what I want to do is start doing an upViral campaign to get them sharing with their friends and reward them. Now, the initial thing that I thought of was doing a typical upViral form like we had seen before, where the user does the landing page and the share page, and I don't have all of the other sharing widget icons on this diagram, but you get the point, where they come back into the lead page. But that does not get them over to the quiz page, right? This is where the customer wants the people to come when they're sharing this. So I looked into Typeform, and I discovered that I could use the one-click sign-up on the thank you page. And let me put that back in here. And of course it doesn't work. So, dang it. Don't you hate it when you're doing something and something doesn't quite work right? Because there was an arrow. There it is. I just had to click in the right spot. So I discovered that Typeform has the ability to create a link. And I have to say that this is the pro version only. But you can create a link when they click that final button, And that would theoretically take them straight through the one-click sign-up process into the thank you page in upViral. Now that's all good and dandy, except for the fact that upViral in the typical process would put them right back to the landing page. That still does not get them into the Typeform landing page, which is the front end of his process. So, if I go over to our diagrams again, and I switch over to this one, not that. If I switch over to this one, this is ultimately what that client really wants, is to have the lead page be the Typeform survey, which with the one-click upViral link would send them to the giveaway share page. And when the contestants share with their social media, it goes through the original viral loop, but it takes them back to the Typeform page. Okay, everybody with me still? I haven't seen any comments come in, so I don't know if anybody's joined in on the live broadcast. But that's the process that we really want to have happen. The problem was that originally upViral did not pass through the referral ID. Okay, so in this particular process, which I'm going to show you in a minute, I actually got this whole process up and running, except for the fact that upViral did not have the referral ID passing through. So when Joe signed up through the Typeform lead page, got to the share page, shared over here, and Betty Lou came into the top, Joe did not get credit because it was not coming through this link for Betty Lou's sign up, and therefore he wouldn't get to the bonus, the reward, because he wasn't getting those points. Okay, so that was the problem. We needed to have upViral be able to share that referral ID all the way through the process. And that's where the change happened this past week. And that's where I'm so excited, because now this whole funnel works. You can now, if you have a tool on the front end that can receive and share that referral ID, you can take the front end out of the entire process of upViral and do your own thing. Now, I know Typeform does that. I also know that the folks over at Everlesson want to do that, so they have some front-end work to do on their side. But now that upViral has that referral ID on that one-click sign-up link, we're in. We're good. Okay, so let me show you an example of that process in Typeform. Well, let me show you the result. So what I did was I created a lead page over in Convertri. I don't know if you've ever heard of Convertri, but it's a funnel building tool, kind of like ClickFunnels. And what I did was I created this landing page, and I embedded a Typeform form in here. So it simply has an email address and a question, yes or no. And then once they finish that, there's a button presented to them to say, submit my survey. And you can see, as I scroll down, there's my cute little picture. There is not an upViral widget on this page. Now, I could have an upViral widget on this page, but it's not needed. This is a wonderful little tool. I love upViral, can you tell? So if the user puts in their email and answers the question, they're taken to the share page. Now, this particular one was a test I was doing to make sure that this whole process worked. So here is the unique share link, right, that I get at the end of signing up from the previous page with the Typeform process in it. And I'm going to show you how the Typeform thing works in just a second, so hang on there. If I select this, I can use my pop-up tool called Pop Clip, and I can click this open link, so I don't have to do copy and paste. Clicking this takes me to where? It actually takes me to the beginning of the process, just like we wanted, right? It takes me, if I switch back over to the diagram, it takes me right here to the lead page. Now, I had Typeform in here, but imagine this is a convertory page with the Typeform embedded in it. So that sharing link does exactly what we wanted it to do, right? It takes me to the front end of the process. Now, this could be a simple Typeform page. It does not have to be embedded inside something. I was just going one step further and doing that crazy test where you could see the entire process and something that embedded, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to have the upViral widget on the first landing page. All right, so how does something like this actually happen inside of Typeform? So if I go over to Typeform, now again, I think I said this before, but just to be sure, this only works in a Typeform Pro account. You have to be a pro, you have to be paying for it. The free version doesn't have these two tools. Now, the first thing I want to share with you is the form itself. So there is an email, right? You saw that. And then you had a question with a yes or a no answer. And thank you for that rollover from the grammar checker. And the key is on the thank you bit, you notice it says Pro here. So if I click on, well, so first is the email, right? That's an email field. Set it for required. Didn't need any variables on it or anything else. The question is simply a question. I made it required. No big deal there. If I click on the final button here, then I change the text and you see it rendered over here. It says submit and enter the giveaway. Press enter, or in their case, you could click the button. Now, what happens is that inside of Typeform, they give you the ability to redirect to a URL. This is where the one-click sign-up link comes into play. And you'll see I've already added the email, and we're going to talk about the referral ID in a second, but both of those are added on there. And I don't think it's really added correctly. This is not right. I apologize. So let me just pretend that those aren't there, right? And so I'm creating this redirect to URL. So you can actually add with the plus, say email. So I have that UV email equals, and the cursor's here. And so I also want to put ref ID, right? Ref underscore ID, because that's the way it is defined in the one-click sign-up now. And if I click the plus, then I can include the ref ID. And so I don't know why it's not really showing properly, but that's what the, quit rolling over that. Oh, there it is. So the ref ID, and I didn't do equals. I have to put the equals there. Ref ID equals, and then that. So what happens is that Typeform is going to substitute the email address that we grabbed in that first question, and it's going to put it right after the UV email equals. And that's going to fill in that email address. And then we're also adding the ref ID equals, and then we're adding this field. Now, what I have done inside of Typeform is that you can pass in variables. And you can see over here that I've created it as a hidden field. And it says remember to change the XXX and your URL to a value before sharing your Typeform. But typically, the first person in is not going to have a referral ID, so it's going to pass through nothing when it gets down to the thank you. And they show you over here that the referral ID is appended. But if it comes in, then that variable will be passed down to the redirect to URL, and it will be sent through to upViral. Ding, ding, ding. Does anybody have the lightning bulbs going off now at this point? Well, I hope you do. If you're one of those people that's kind of an advanced user and you're trying to do different things with upViral, I now think you can see that this could be a really cool process because it shortcuts the entire thing and makes the front end much more flexible. You have to, of course, be able to take whatever tool you're using on the front end and to be able to customize it such that you can not only send in the email address. I could put that person's name here too if I didn't create a field for them to put in their name. But I could add that just like I did the email address and the referral ID down here. But this is like a brilliant thing. We can now get all of the data we need and have upViral process the data correctly and give the referring contestants, people signing up for the campaign, proper credit when somebody signs up with their unique link. So, I'm pretty sure that gives you the entire process. So, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. So what do you think? Everybody excited about that? I am. It allows me to go out and share with my customers an entire new process that includes them signing up for whatever they want to sign up for and enter them in the giveaway all in one click. So that is an incredible process. I'm really excited about that. So, anybody? Any questions? Does anybody have any comments, any questions? Nothing. I got crickets. Crickets. Nothing. Nobody's here. Well, okay. So we obviously know that either I have to do a lot of regular Q&As where people don't show up, but they get used to the process, or I at least have to schedule them a little bit further apart because I answered so many questions last time. Nobody has any questions. I know that a couple of people are here. The little eyeball says that there's 2 or 3 people here, and I've got 1 thumbs up. But nobody's commenting. Nothing. Crickets. Not even to say hi. Nobody's even saying hi. What's the matter with you people? What's the matter? Did I do something wrong? Did I offend anybody? I've got no comments. Well, hopefully you've gotten something out of the training today. Now there's 4 people. Oh, now there's 3 people. I hope that whole process worked. Might have to record it again. I don't know. Since nobody's popping in, I will tell you that I'm very excited to be able to share with you soon, probably next week, the Giveaway Rocket free membership, where I am going to be saving a whole bunch of training, sharing new stuff that I am going to teach. It is going to be a free membership. There will be some things that will be extra cost items. But primarily, most of the content will be free. Jeff pops in and says, "What's up?" Hi, Jeff. Thanks. Somebody commented. That's good. I got 1 thumbs up for a half-hour presentation so far. And 1 comment from Jeff. Hi, Jeff. What's up with me? What's up with you? I just did a half-hour presentation or 25-minute presentation on the new one-click sign-up process with the referral ID in it. All right. Well, so this is a very quiet question and answer when nobody is asking any questions. Thanks for this. I use Typeform in my funnels after they sign up for upViral. Hey, why don't I do what my fancy-ass tool can do? Look, I can post it on there. Thanks for this. I use Typeform in my funnels after they sign up for upViral. Well, now you can have them go into your Typeform at the front end of the process, if you want. It certainly saves people from losing people in the process, right? So if you do it the old way where you had them go through the Typeform, or like you said, go through the upViral sign up, and then you have to show them a link that says, hey, do my survey, then you lose people on the way, right? So this way, you not only can get them signed up, like when I'm going to do it for Everlesson, when Everlesson adds the functionality, then when somebody joins say they join the Giveaway Rocket membership, again, which will be free, then I can send them straight through to the campaign to share, so we can advertise, and when people sign up, then they're entered to win an XYZ blah 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 product, or whatever our offer is. There will be so many opportunities, your eyes will start watering once you start figuring this out. Now again, I don't think there's anybody else, any other tool that could really do something like this. Maybe there is. Tristan said that he thought Viral Loops had a one-click sign-up. I think it was Viral Loops. Yeah. So I still have to check that out, but there are very few of the giveaway tool vendors that have anything like this. I mean, to be able to substitute a different application and do a one-click true sign-up where they register for something and get entered in the giveaway and get credit for anybody that signs up from their sharing, this is gold. And once I finally convinced Wilco, because I did a very similar presentation for him, once I convinced him that this whole process could be really cool and set upViral apart, they made this happen within 2 or 3 weeks. So thanks again to the upViral team for making this happen. It is, again, an advanced feature. It's not something that the everyday beginning upViral student will want to use, but it certainly gives lots of flexibility for those folks that are doing the more advanced funnels, like Jeff and Tristan and everybody else that's thought about and been frustrated by the fact that they couldn't do certain things. I mean, how many times have you seen in the upViral group somebody that says, I'd like to have a 3-page process where they sign up for my thing and then they register for the giveaway and then they share the giveaway, so they would have 3 pages. Constantly seeing that, and I've always had to say, well, that doesn't work in upViral. I gotta figure out a way to move these things over. Oh, I can move it over. Look at that. Because it shows up too far to the right. Look at that. I guess it works. But this could be a gold mine for many people like Jeff and others. So if nobody has any questions, I'm just kind of babbling and rambling, and I'm really excited about the referral ID on the one-click sign-up. I think you can see that if you watch the whole presentation. Jeff. So Jeff asks another question. I wish I could do that. I'm still trying to learn this tool, so I can do that. Any way to use ManyChat and the one-click? I am not aware yet. I'm going to have to talk to a couple of the folks that I know that are using ManyChat, and I know Wilco is using ManyChat, so I don't know if he has thought about this yet either. The problem is, Jeff, I think the answer. So if you substitute ManyChat in the beginning of the process, maybe this will make more sense if I go share this. So if we're talking about here, Typeform, if this is really kind of the ManyChat front end, I believe you could do the one-click sign up to the giveaway, but this link that goes back, I don't know of a way to send those people into Facebook Messenger into a direct chat. Does that make sense? That's where the problem in the process is, Jeff, is getting them back into the front end. If this said ManyChat here, I mean, what you're really talking about is Facebook Messenger specifically to a person, and I don't think that works. Does that make sense? Jeff says. Because that's where the problem lies. Now, you can obviously in ManyChat send a whole bunch of people a one-click sign-up, but then you kind of have to basically go back to, let me try this. If you go back to this is basically what I think you're really talking about, Jeff, is that ManyChat replaces this email, and ManyChat could do the one-click sign-up into the giveaway share page, but you're still sending people back to a front end of some kind, and that front end is not Facebook Messenger. Now, I don't know what your process is to get somebody into the ManyChat system, right? They are clicking on your Facebook page, I suspect, and your Facebook page is where they start interacting with you and signing up to do something. Whether they're commenting on a video or something, but that breaks this entire process because you're not sending them. I don't know of a way to make upViral send people to the front end of Facebook. So that's kind of where my problem lies. That didn't. Oh, because I used the wrong key. Jeff says maybe the landing page growth hack. I don't know what you're talking about there. Maybe the growth tool landing page. So that's something maybe if you can post in the comments a link to that, I could go study that question. But I don't right now know the answer. I'm not sure I'm understanding how that works. But that's the problem everybody's having, is how do you get them back to the beginning of that process? I think that's what the problem is. The good news is that this process helps out all those other things. Yes, we want to get them into ManyChat and get them into Facebook Messenger chats, whether it's ManyChat or some other tool. But the growth tool landing page. See, I don't know. I guess I don't understand enough about that, but maybe we can chat offline about that. I don't know if anybody's got any other questions. I'm going to close this out in just a second. I'll give you a couple of seconds to pop in with a question. ManyChat has a landing page option. Well, see, I don't know that. Didn't know that. See, I can put that on there. I don't know enough about ManyChat, I guess. So that's something I need to learn. And thank you for that. So I got to get in and dive into more on the ManyChat side. I actually am using another tool which keeps promising to do all kinds of great things and has not yet delivered, and that's called Chatmatic. I dumped some money into that tool, and I'm still very disappointed because he keeps saying he's going to add all these great features, and none of them happen. So anyway, Jeff, you're welcome. Anybody else? Nobody else has popped in with questions, so I am going to close this out. Thank you all for tuning in and paying attention. Again, I'm going to take that video and add it to my brand new Giveaway Rocket membership site, which is coming next week. And there will be lots of tips and tricks in there besides this particular one. And I will be sharing that link with you shortly. So thanks for tuning in. We will do another one, I guess, in 2 weeks, because everybody said every week was too quick. And based on the turnout today, where I was stumbling at the beginning because nobody was coming in, Thanks for everybody that did tune in, and I will talk to you again in a week or 2 or 3. Take care. See you. Bye.